to imagine the end of the world than the end of capitalism. That's the central claim of Mark Fisher's Capitalist Realism. But what does that actually mean, and why does it feel so true? Fisher describes capitalist realism as a kind of atmosphere, not a formal ideology, not a doctrine, but a background assumption that capitalism is not just the dominant system, but the only possible system. It's not that people actively believe capitalism is perfect, it's that alternative feels unreal. In earlier eras, capitalism had clear opponents: socialism, communism, and revolutionary movements. But after the late 20th century, something shifted. According to Fisher, capitalism absorbed its rivals. Even critiques of the system become commodities, aesthetic styles, and market niches. Rebellion becomes branding, dissent becomes content. Fisher argues that capitalist realism shapes culture. Instead of innovation, we get endless remakes, recycling of past styles, and nostalgia loops. The future feels cancelled. We are stuck recombining what already exists. One of the book's most striking sections focuses on education. Fisher describes a system dominated by targets, metrics, and performance indicators. Students and teachers alike become measured, managed, and standardized. The goal shifts from learning to administration. Perhaps Fisher's most powerful argument connects capitalism to mental health. He suggests that conditions like depression and anxiety are not just personal, but systemic. Instead of asking what's wrong with the system, we ask what's wrong with me. This individualization of distress reinforces the system. Fisher introduces the idea of business ontology. Everything is treated as a business. Schools, hospitals, and public institutions. Success is measured in efficiency, output, and profit-like metrics. Even where profit isn't the goal, the logic of the market dominates. One of Fisher's most haunting ideas is reflexive impotence. People know the system is flawed, they can see the problems, but they feel unable to act. This creates a paradox: awareness without agency, critique without change. While Fisher's analysis is powerful, it raises questions. One critique is that it may overstate capitalism's total dominance. Alternatives do exist, different economic models, social movements, and political experiments. They may be limited but not entirely absent. Another critique is that Fisher's tone can feel overwhelmingly pessimistic. If the system is so pervasive, where does change come from? Is there space for agency, creativity, resistance? Despite these critiques, capitalist realism resonates deeply because it captures a feeling that things are stuck, that alternatives are hard to imagine, that critique often leads nowhere. It gives language to something many experience but struggle to articulate. Fisher doesn't offer a clear solution. That's not the point of the book. Instead, he diagnoses a condition, a world where capitalism feels inevitable, natural, unquestionable. But by naming it, by making it visible, he does something important, because what feels natural is often historical, and what feels inevitable can in time change.